Villagers, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. There's an outcry from white people talking about the system that has been built and that this system is not meant for anybody. You need to know who the system is meant for, and that a lot of people have been deceived to the level that is not acceptable, because people are living in a system that they don't understand, and the system is working against them. But because they have blindfolded their faces and then the idea, people don't see it for what it is. So the people in the United States of America are calling for people to wake up, that they have slept for a very long time, and the system is eating and destroying everything, yet the people can see.
If we have any hope of ever defeating MAGA, and I'm not talking about just at the polls, I'm talking about the ideology of it, there is one thing that we have to grapple with, and that is this: the deception that Trump tapped into and multiplied and amplified. It was already here in so much of the white population. And it all stems from this mythology that we tell ourselves, that we are some shining city set on a hill, and that all of the darker parts of our history, that's just like a blip on the radar screen. Most white people believe that. But what we have to reckon with if we are ever going to move forward as a nation is that it's actually the opposite. There is a lot of good that has come out of America, but the framework of it, the foundation of it, has always been built on conquest and oppression and exploitation of non-white people, period. And until we are brutally honest with that truth, we will never be a great nation of any kind.
The MAGA movement is one of the most anti-American movements that has ever existed in the United States. You all had something with America first, but then after that you decided to do Trump first. Donald Trump hates the United States of America and everything that it stands for, and he hates that I can tell you this. You see, Donald Trump and his diehard supporters don't want the United States of America. They want their own country with its own constitution because they hate the Constitution of the United States. The 14th Amendment says that if you were born in the United States, then you are a citizen of the United States. Donald Trump is currently trying to take that away. It is in the Constitution in black and white. The Supreme Court is likely to strike this down. And then there is Trump 2028, Trump 2032, and all of this. The Constitution specifically says that the president cannot be elected more than twice to the presidency. Those that are trying to find a way or trying to rip up that passage completely by itself are some of the most unpatriotic people in this entire country. In fact, those that are posting that are probably either bots or probably not even residing in the United States. And then there is the corruption. Donald Trump sued the IRS for $10 billion and then settled with them to make a slush fund of almost $2 billion. And then there was an agreement between the IRS and Donald Trump that the IRS can no longer audit him, his family, his businesses, everything. Donald Trump is trying to make a royal family in the United States of America. And then there is the attempts to silence people. Brendan Carr, the FCC chairman, went after Jimmy Kimmel for using his free speech. And he went onto a podcast and said, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. A little bit right after that, ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel off of the air temporarily. For weeks, Brendan Carr tried to clarify what he meant, but the damage was already done. And we all just saw the last show of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert because of pressure from the federal government. Donald Trump is the worst fear of our founding fathers, and I will be standing here talking to you about it as long as I can until I have no breath in my lungs. I swore an oath to the Constitution of the United States, not to a man, especially a man that hates everything that is about the United States of America. Until next time, guys, drop a follow on TikTok, drop a follow on Instagram. Support my work with $5 a month on Instagram or with a Venmo in my bio. Love you guys. I'll talk.
White America, you have to listen to me, y'all. Trump is literally doing the opposite of the justice that is needed to heal our land. And it's our fault. And not just those of us who voted for him, all of us. Because we rejected the heart cry of the black community for justice, for the justice that they are divinely due. When their heart cry arose in 2020, during the summer of George Floyd. We shut them out. We brushed them off. We did nothing. And now it's all coming full circle. $1.776 billion. 1776, the year that this nation was officially forged on the backs of African slaves. And we have refused to pay them their rightful due ever since. But, and there is a but, it's never too late to do the right thing.
Cool, we know it's propaganda, so now what? How do we fight it? That's the question everyone keeps asking. The truth is, in America right now, it's extremely difficult to combat propaganda. Why? There's lots of reasons, but here are a few of the big ones. First, keeping your head down is easier than speaking up. At work, online, or even at home, people go along to get along. We want to belong. It's uncomfortable to challenge what everyone else believes. And pushing back comes with risk. Sometimes that's real, sometimes it's just perceived, but risk either way. Second, the echo chamber is louder than ever. It moves at lightning speed. It's massive, coordinated, and incredibly effective. It's been left unchecked for years, and now it's out of control. That's a long-term problem with a long-term solution. Let's start with what we can do today. If you agree with me so far, here's what I suggest, and it's simple. Make a personal commitment to reject apathy. Apathy is a morale killer, and propaganda feeds on hopelessness. So how do we fight a message of hopelessness? With hope, with courage. The courage to imagine something better and the conviction to stand for it. Because courage is contagious. This fight demands hope and courage, not apathy. It demands resilience, the endurance to keep going, even when it's hard. There's no magic antidote to propaganda. Anyone can fall for it, left or right, educated or not. That's why it's so dangerous. But here's the truth. We're not doing this alone. And the moment we stop believing that change is possible, the moment we give in to apathy, that's when propaganda wins. I don't want to live in that future.
That this is not business as usual. So don't think that it is meant for just one particular people. And for that matter, majority of you will just fold your arms and be watching. Things are not in the United States of America. And they are calling on their people to wake up because they believe that they have slept for a very long time. And because they don't understand the system, the way it is working, and who it is working against, they tend to love the system, embracing it. That is working against evangelism, is working against everything of this. But the people can see. Those who have the eyes to see are heartbroken that the system is meant to destroy you, yet you are celebrating the system because you don't understand it. And this is everywhere. We are celebrating systems that we don't understand. We are celebrating things that we do not understand. Things are going against us, yet we don't know. Americans do not understand the system. That things are not in their favor. Because the system is designed that when A comes, A is coming to do A, B, C. So when you are voting based on what they say they're coming to do. So the moment they come and they do the one thing you want, you tend to love it. That Christianity, everything is at stake. And they are calling all of you to unite, to wake up. It is a wake-up call to all Americans, both blacks and white. And that the time for you to put that your, I am this, I am that, they are this, and it is meant for them, and I have the privilege, I can do this, that time should be over for all of you in America, whether white or black, brown or green or gold, no matter your racial color, that the system is not working in your favor. You need to unite and start fighting to liberate yourselves from the system than to wait and be singing the songs that the system is in my favor, because what they can see, you cannot see. So as Americans, that the time for you to all wake up is now and see the system for what it is, because it is no longer business as usual. That you contribute this and they use that against, so you should wake up. This is a wake-up call to all Americans, whether black, brown, green, gold, or yellow, whatever your color is, that you need to wake up. Because if you continue to be singing the songs of the system is favoring me, before you realize it, it will be too late. So it is a wake-up call to all Americans in the United States of America that there is fire on the mountain. You need not to run, but you need to unite as a people and fight to set yourselves free. So the whites are crying. Now they want to unite. They want unity. It is unity that will change the system to favor everybody. So all that we are thinking of me benefiting from the system, so I will that the system is not benefiting anybody. You have been lied to for a very long time according to what they are bringing out. So for now, you need to all unite and fight to liberate yourselves so that the system will be fixed to favor everybody. The time for you to start seeing yourselves as one people is now. To break the chains of whatever the system is used against or is doing to you. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So as we colonize ourselves from mental slavery, let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world and in the United States of America.